What is going on, everybody? So today we're going to be taking a look at some One Piece auctions and buy it nows that have ended on eBay over the past week. This is worldwide. We have some singles and we have some, we have some sealed and we have some slabs. No singles this week, I don't believe. Actually, there might be one in here. I can't remember exactly, but we'll start off sealed. This is a case of OP11 that sold for $1,625 in the US. We also had another case of OP11 sell for $1,795 USD. If you guys watched the last video, you know I did pre-order a case of OP11. I'm excited to get it. And I'm not too worried about pre-order pricing coming down. I think it's in a good spot around 160 USD a box on TCG Player. Again, if you're in Europe, other parts of the world, you can probably get it cheaper than that. Next up, we had 6 boxes of OP05 sell for $1,486 approximately USD. And that comes out to what? Like pretty close to $250 USD per box. It's probably more than that once you factor in shipping and tax. We also had a case, this is EBO2. I believe there was a case of OP05 though that sold for $3,080. So that, again, that's like pretty close to $250, I think, USD per box. We also had a case of EBO2 sell for $2,300 USD. This was in the United States as well. And then the OP05 case also looks like it was coming from the United States. Now we'll move into some singles and slabs. This is the Luffy manga from OP09, PSA 10. This sold at Probstein for $1,151. This actually just sold like an hour and a half ago. And then I believe we also had another one sell at PSA $1,152. So $1 more than Probstein, 73 bids. This is coming from the vault, and this ended about an hour ago as well. And we'll go through a couple more Luffys here. So this is a black label. This is from the PRBO1 set though. This is not from OP05. This sold for $7,550 USD. That is insane for a black label Luffy in English. It's not even from OP05. This is the PRBO1 reprint. So I can't imagine what a black label from 05 is going for. I'm really hoping that we get to see one go at auction here maybe in the coming weeks. Crazy there, $7,500. We had a PSA 10. This is the one from OP05, sold for $3,950. So a PSA 10 of this card, it's still around $4,000, which is very impressive still. And then we also had the Japanese one from OP11. This is the gold foil. This sold for $2,350 USD. It says best offer, but again, it wasn't slashed out, so I don't think a best offer was taken. We have a couple more Luffys to look at. So next up is the English PSA 10. This is the OP05 alternate art or stamped card, I believe, Ichiro Oda. So this is $3,000 Canadian, $2,172 USD. I think we saw an auction go for what, $1,850 USD last week with only a couple bids. So this is a move up from last week there. We have the Japanese version. This is a BGS 10. This sold for $3,976 USD. So you can see there, even though it's Japanese, huge premium for these BGS 10 cards. And I think that was the last Luffy I'd brought up. Next card here is the Shanks. This is another BGS 10 black label. Japanese from Romance Dawn, and this sold for $3,400 USD, 40 bids there. That's the only Shanks I'm bringing up this week, but there are obviously a lot more sales, like the PRBO1 mangas are selling. There were a couple God packs too that sold raw. That's kind of why I was confused about singles. I don't think I actually brought those up, but a couple God pack lots sold, I think 4,700 USD, and then one for $5,000 USD, but this is the original Romance Dawn black label, 3,400 there. The Roronoa Zoro from Wings of the Captain, I believe, or no, this is the premium booster. So PRB01 reprint, and this sold for $1,500. CGC, absolute dog shit grading company. I don't know why anyone would grade with CGC, but this still sold for $1,500. And if you guys are curious why I don't like CGC, it really comes down to the Pokemon test print scandal that happened last year. That was just absolutely embarrassing, the fact that they decided to grade all those cards and get them all out into circulation. Honestly, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to speculate. But if I had to guess, I imagine someone on the inside got rich off that. But either way, CGC, don't like them. PSA, BGS are definitely better, even though they both have flaws as well. Gold Rogers will end the night here. This is a BGS 9, so a pretty meh card, sold on auction for $2,049 USD. And I mean, that's pretty much just a raw price there, right? Maybe even a little bit below it, but still a pretty respectable amount of money for a manga card. Then we have a BGS 9.5 in English. This sold for $3,500. I know it says best offer. Again, I didn't see a slash out, so I'm just assuming that it sold for $3,500. And then we have a PSA 10 English that sold for $4,725, and that ended almost a week ago, last Thursday at almost 9 p.m. PST. So lots of money still moving around. Gold Roger PSA 10 still going for almost $5,000. I think that's impressive. The Luffy, if I can bring it up here, the PSA 10 still selling around $4,000. I would love to see this card come up for auction in a black label and see what it goes for. If the PRB01 version is going in black label for $75.50 USD, I can't imagine what the OPO5 one's going to go for. Maybe 8, 9, 10. Someone could probably let me know what the most recent sale is, but this card just seems like it is steadily climbing. And I mean, for good reason. It's an amazing card. Also, for anybody curious, I did update the spreadsheet with market data this week on the booster boxes. Not a lot going on in a lot of the sets, in my opinion. Not too much Kingdoms of Intrigue out there. And also EB02, this is the OPO5 case, but EB02, there isn't a ton of this on the secondary market below a 20% leg up. And it's still selling at a decent pace, nowhere near where it was last week. And I think it is going to continue to slow down, but it's not tanking after a release like Royal Blood, so at least that is a good sign. I think I'm going to end the video there and cut it short. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you do want to get access to the spreadsheet, it is at the top of the video description like always. Also have affiliate links, eBay, TCG Player, Hobbiesville, Cardboard Hero. So if you are doing some shopping, free and easy way to support the channel. Obviously no pressure. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.